Well, good morning to you. It's about 5:30 in the morning on a beautiful Thursday. It's 27 degrees outside. It's going to be a beautiful day in Maine, which means it ain't going to get above 40 degrees all day, which is just great for a day for an Ubering day, because it means a lot of people ain't going to want to go walking. They don't want to walk to work this morning. They're going to want to ride with me. So I should have a pretty good day of driving for Uber. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting out there. So I'm going to get out there pretty soon. I got a short story for you, but it's just one that I think you'll get a kick out of. We were living in Dixfield at the time, back when I was between 4 and 10 years old. And I think this happened when I was about 8 years old. We had just finished the church, the brand new church. My father was so proud of it. We just had modern kitchen, and it had everything. It had everything you'd ever want in a new kitchen. It was painted. I think it was painted the color that every woman at that time of the days. It was 1959 and it's 1956, whatever it was. They wanted it painted. Of course, it was bright yellow. Had stainless steel sink, and most of all, what he wanted was for it to be have a great big walk-in pantry. That was probably thing was probably 10 by 10. I can't remember the correct dimensions. Of course, I was small back then, so it seemed huge to me. But it had shelves on three sides, and so you could stuff all sorts of things in there. And he just thought that was just the best thing going. And he was so proud of that, he'd show it to everybody. But one morning, we were going to have a revival meeting. And revivals, back in those days, went from Sunday to Sunday. They were gruesome. Not gruesome, but they were grinded. They'd grind a long time. They started on Sunday, and they ended on the following Sunday. They'd go a long time, and that's every night of the week too. They'd have a revival service that would start at 7 p.m. and it start at Sunday morning, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then the following Sunday would be the climax of the whole thing, and we were going to start a revival meeting. And the evangelist was going to arrive on a Saturday, and my mother and her best friend Rita Martin were sitting there in the kitchen on Saturday afternoon, this particular day, and they were getting ready. Now, how women got ready was to do their hair up in curlers. Curlers were they had little foam rubber innards, and then they had these wicked little spines, that stuck out all over. They'd curl your hair up, and so that you could get these soft curls in your hair, and you looked like an alien monster by the time you got your hair all done up in these curlers, And so they're sitting there in the kitchen having coffee with their hair all done up in curlers, waiting for it to dry, so that once it dried and with those curls in it, you'd undo all the curlers, and there's probably 30 curlers in your hair. And guys, when a woman had their hair up in curlers, it didn't look so good. Really, you looked pretty funny, And just then, who should pull up in the parking lot just outside the kitchen, but the pastor, my mother's husband, and the new evangelist. And my mother and her best friend Rita Martin were panicking. Now, my mother, I think I've told you before, she was impish. But Rita Martin, she was devilish. She used to help out with teen camp and junior camp, and she's the kind of person who would sneak out at night, and she'd sneak into one of the ladies' cabins, and she'd sneak into their camp gear, and she'd take their piece of their underwear out, and she'd run it up the flagpole so that their underwear would be up the top of the flagpole in the morning. She was that kind of gal. She'd just play all kinds of devilish practical jokes, anything she could think of, just whatever it was. She was that kind of a woman, and so she told my mother, let's go hide in the closet. Let's go hide in that big pantry. So they ran in there and they told me, I'm sitting there with them. She says, Buster, don't tell them where we are. So why in the world would they try to put a poor innocent preacher's kid in on the conspiracy? But they did, and so I'm sitting there like, what in the world am I supposed to do or say, But in comes my father, and he's in his suit, as he always was. He's in a suit every day. And then comes the evangelist, and he's given the evangelist the grand tour of his brand new building, and he says, this is our brand new kitchen, and it's got the stainless steel sink, and it was attached. This was the structure of the parsonage it was attached to the church. So he was planning to lead him through the parsonage and into the church to show him the whole rigmarole. And then he says, and what we got is this great big walk-in closet, walk-in pantry, and they open the door, and there's these two alien monster women in there, and they are just doubling over laughing, and they got tears running down their eyes. They're laughing so hard, and they run out and they run past him and they run down, I guess, to my mother's bedroom, And preachers have the gift of gab, they always know the right thing to say, but for once, and I've never seen this happen again to my father, he was like, he had nothing, there was nothing he could say. He didn't know what to say. And the evangelist, I don't know if he knew anything to say, but I think for the rest of the week, they certainly had some things to joke about. And that's life in Maine. And that was the start of a revival meeting. It started off on the right foot. God bless you. You have a wonderful day.